Are you a bully? I've been on social media platforms for a relatively short period of time, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and I've run into my share of bullies. And if you've been around long enough, you know that the most insecure, frail, weak kids on the playground are the bullies. I know because I used to be one of them. And social media is a giant playground in that sense. You're going to have bullies. And they are reflexively bullies. They can't help themselves. Even, I'm sure, responses to this video, there will be bullies. And what typifies a bully is, first, they are negative. They're cynical. They're always on the attack. Secondly, they personalize everything, what we call ad hominem attacks. They call us names. They're bomb throwers. They light the fuse and run, and when you try to engage them intellectually, they're nowhere to be found. And again, they just can't help themselves. There's a difference between being assertive and passionate about something, with which I have many conversations in that vein, of people that disagree with me and I disagree with them, but there's no immaturity, there's no bomb throwing, it's just disagreement. And I remember when things changed for me. It was in 10th grade in high school. And my favorite teacher of all time, Ron Collins, taught our biology courses and our anatomy and physiology courses. Incredible educator. And one day I had said something typically snarky in class, and he pulled me outside. And he did something that teachers probably can't do these days. He gently put his hand on my chest and pushed me up against the wall outside the classroom. And he looked at me and he said, "Ricky," which is what I was called back then, "I know you. You're an incredibly intelligent, smart, caring kid, but you're hiding behind this mask of being a bully. And one of these days, you're going to figure that out." And then he walked back into the classroom. This was years before I gave my life to Christ, and I recognized something. He had read my mail in a sense. And so what I try to do with bullies, first, I depersonalize their posts. It's really never about me or you. It's just they're, again, reflexively mean people. It's because they're dealing with something deep inside themselves, the insecurity, the frailty, the fears, whatever it may be. The second thing is I try to do what Scripture says, and that is a gentle response turns away wrath. So I don't respond in kind. I can be as snarky as anybody, and the temptation is there, but I try to avoid that. I try to get to the heart, what are you actually saying? Kind of dismissing their post. And then there's some times where you just have to block them. They're in a place of willful ignorance where they avoid any sort of entry into their hearts. That's sad. But I think my main point in this post is that there are bullies. Sometimes we can reach them, sometimes we can't. But my hope is that every once in a while, one of them will hear, like I heard with Mr. Collins when he confronted me, that's probably not who you really are. There might be something deeper going on.